up, y'all? Cattle Prod and his cat. Got hot tea in my Indian mug. Been busy as shit, y'all. You can see that my hands are still dirty. I ain't even taken a shower yet. Look at that. Look at that. I got dirty fingernails and shit. That's how it be. It's like I could have taken a shower and got cleaned up, then done this video, and I figured, where was the fun in that? Let's do it while we're all amped up and shit. Yeah. Chill over here with the cat. Cat, what are we doing today? I don't know, bro. You could probably rant about taxation again. That's always fun. Yeah, it is always fun. I could do that. Or I could read this comment over here. It's actually like a comment train. Oh. What are we listening to? You're listening to Mortal Decay, in case you didn't know. Gathering the human artifacts. Yeah. Look at human fossils, I believe. Consume the Rancigore. One of them. We're just gonna listen to that last chunk of them because we want to get to the bottom half of it. Oh, that's what a good tracks are. Revived Half Dead. Oh boy. This is my OG copy I bought way back in the day. Look at that beautiful shit. I've had this forever. You can see the wear and tear on it. Yeah. Cattle Prod's had this one for a minute. All them cool ass pictures in there. Look, it's them all dead. Yeah, we're all dead. The Colombian necktie right there. It's fucking cool. Loving some Mortal Decay. Especially this album. Fucking love this album. Well, it's not an album, it's like 3 demos. Whatever. It's an album to me. Ah. See, a lot of people are talking about Megadeth, Anthrax, Metallica, all got brought up. Paul Kai over here. Yeah, Paul's like me, man. Megadeth, Anthrax, Metallica, not bands I ever want to listen to. Yeah, the wife likes Anthrax. I'm aware of Anthrax. There's a couple good songs, I guess, but it's not something I would go out of my way to listen to. But Paul says he was listening to Slayer when he was 9 years old back in 1985. Ooh. Paul. Young buck back in the 1980s, man. How about that? I was like, back then they were cool, you know? I think Paul went on to say that he's kind of a Slayer fan. He likes all their stuff. But that Diabolus and Musica, less so. Yeah. I thought Divine Intervention was cool because they tried really hard to sound different. Different than they ever had been. So Divine Intervention was fun just for that. That's how I feel about Divine Intervention. It was fun just because it sounds so different. And Season the Abyss just because it's the cheesiest album Slayer could have ever put out. Absolutely cheesy, and I love it. Blood Red, Hallowed Point, Skeletons of Society. Oh my god, they're so cheesy. So cheesy, so fun. What else we got here? Oh, Dustblade. Dustblade's got a lot to say, man. Couldn't have portrayed my comment better. What's up, dude? Guess he liked how I did that. So Dustblade is like, yeah, man, the Masons are a great example of how occult knowledge is occult by its own nature. Yeah, it's hidden. Occult just means hidden, not for outside people. It's meant for an inner group. You learn, and then you learn more, and then you learn more. And so a lot of knowledge is occulted, but some of it's hidden through esoteric rituals and performing deeds and shit like that to prove that you know the thing. And that's how Masonry works. You gotta prove that you know that shit so you can go to the next level. But Dustblade also continues, the highest level Masons couldn't tell you how their magic system works, even if they tried. Here are no words to describe how they do weird energy manipulation, whatever that they do in their occult system. Just like there is no words to describe exactly how to spontaneously solo with a guitar and make someone cry. All the same shit, cult by nature of possessing knowledge is beyond material communication. Well, yeah, we're always trying to find the words to explain the unexplainable. Yeah, that's a big part of communication. Communication's always trying to, I have an idea in my head and I need to get that idea into your head. So how do I make my mouth, tongue, vocal cord, lungs work in such a way that the other person, the hair in their ear, is tickled in such a way, and that's an electrical impulse is sent to their brain where they convey a message in their brain of what you said, and they try to piece that together. Communication is one of the hardest fucking things out there, because you have to imagine the thing, think about how you're going to say the thing, and that's come out through your mouth thing, then it's got to go to the person's ears and into their brain so that they can decipher it. You don't realize, and it's explain the processes of having a thought and communicating the thought to another person. You can write a fucking book on all the steps it has taken. But if I want to communicate, but it doesn't make sense, because if I want to communicate to someone, I can just speak like I'm doing now. So yeah, that's some high-level thinking. It's just high-level thinking. It's why they make kids do math. It's why you should do math. Math problems. Keep your brain sharp. Keep thinking of that abstract shit. Keep thinking of the abstract shit and try to concretely define this abstract idea. You will find it's very difficult, and some people are like, man, this is hard. Well, yeah, if it was easy, we wouldn't be talking. We're not talking about it. We're talking about it because it is hard. We're talking about it because it is difficult. Too many people want to push the easy button. I want nothing easy is good. If it's easily obtained, it's not good. Heard some dude bitching about how his job is boring. A lot of jobs are. There's jobs I do, and I like doing them because it's fun, but it is boring. It's fun when it's done. It's fun when it's like, okay, let's figure this out. How are we going to take apart this fucking machinery here and get these pumps off of it? Got to look at the machine and figure out, okay, well, I got to take these things out. Okay, cool. Now I got the thing. Let's take it apart. It's like, I wouldn't say it's boring, but when you've done it about a few times that day, it does get kind of boring. But it's fun when it's back together and the machine starts working again. You're like, I did it right. Now it's fun. It's fun because I'm cleaning my hands and putting up my tools and getting the fuck out of here. Or in the case of your Appalachian warlord, he's getting back on his Indian motorcycle and heading back to the house to communicate with you guys. Indian motorcycles. I don't say that name enough. They haven't contacted me yet. But anyways, Dustblade is also going to continue on. He says, also, I feel you on the note about hierarchies in the occult communities. There's hierarchies everywhere. I only have a surface level knowledge about what's in Freemasonry, and I don't think I want to learn about it with all the ritual sacrifice. Yeah, in the very intro level, you can see this, I don't know if it's on YouTube, but I know it's surfaced on Twitter, and somebody filmed the intro, the first level intro into Freemasonry, and he did it with an undercover camera, which is like a major no-no to them. Like, they're not supposed to do that, and the dude did this, and they were all like seriously butthurt about that, like, because they felt betrayed by this guy, because this dude literally betrayed them. He worked his way in, got to know a few people, was like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. They did it. He set up a fucking hidden camera, filmed the whole fucking thing. Yeah, and he got pissed about it. But yeah, it does have a ritual sacrifice. You, the initiate, you get killed and they put you in a coffin and they walk you around, and then they open up the coffin or whatever it's supposed to be, and then you come out of it and you're reborn. You're dead, now you're reborn, and you're reborn into the masonry. So when they closed the thing and you can't see nothing, they changed up the props and the sets and bring people out and change costumes and shit like that. They kind of wheel you around and then wake you up and you're like, well, I'm in a new place. Well, you're not. You're just in the same room. They just changed a few things. So yeah, I can imagine when they first started doing that, how trippy that would be. But yeah, it is ritual sacrifice. They ritualistically kill you. And what it is, they're not killing you. You, the initiate, are portraying a character. This Freemasonry goes back to Solomon. This is Solomon, the son of David. David and Goliath, Old Testament, not Christian because Christ didn't show it at the end, but Old Hebrew. Yeah, so Solomon was the son of David. David and Goliath, the little guy that killed the big giant. Yeah. He became a king. And his son, Solomon, built this grand fucking temple. Well, they hired a lot of fucking contractors and got a lot of people working to build that fucking temple, so there was a lot of new people learning how to build shit. So there was trade unions. Believe it or not, old Freemasonry used to be trade unions. There used to be a way to keep the secrets, but also to train you, the new guy on the job, how to do the job properly and safely. It's a trade union. But over the years, they made it seem more mystical and more fanciful and more fun. Mainly because of that Solomon dude who took a bunch of wives that followed other gods. And some of those gods liked sacrifices. Know what I mean? So, over enough time, they're like, oh yeah. So what had happened was, these Freemasons back then, they had built shit, and this was like after Solomon, and I forget where in history this was. But there was one dude who was like, I learned all your secrets by watching you, and I'm going to go do my own thing and take your secrets. So he was kind of like extorting them, like, unless you've given me like some master's level degree. So he didn't want to go through the steps. He just wanted to be given the thing, because he had learned it. He had learned it, but he hadn't proved it yet. So like, they were like, no, we're not going to do that. So like, yeah, I forget what happens, but somebody died in this process. Oh yeah, they had to kill him and like 2 or 3 of his friends because he had gotten some friends together. And they were going to usurp the status quo Masons and have their own Freemasonry with hookers and blackjack or some shit like that. So the Freemasons fucking whacked his ass. So I'm told. So the ritual stuff is like basically them resurrecting that dude and giving him a new shot. Like, we had to kill you because you went too far, but now you're reborn as one of us. Or some dumb shit. You can go look it up, it's out there. So yeah, they do mock ritual sacrifices. That's always fun. Blood orgy, he says blood orgy and shit like that. He's like, hell yeah, it's metal as fuck, but at the same time, what the fuck, no, that's not what that hole is for. That's not what that hole is for. Dustblade, you have an amazing way with words, my friend. Amazing way. I don't know about the blood orgy. Now, I'm not saying they don't, but I'm not saying I've heard about that. I've heard about that, but non-Freemason. See, what happens, like, Freemasonry is like beginner-level occultism. It's the one where any dad bod, any guy with a wife and 2.3 kids and a mortgage can be like, yes, I'd like to join a secret fraternity. Any fucking yahoo can do it. All you gotta do is find one and talk to them. Find one and ask one. Oh, you want to be one? Ask one. That's what they say. To be one, ask one. That's funny. There's a motorcycle club that has a very similar message. Turns out there's Freemasons in MNC. But again, Freemasonry is just intro-level occultism. Now, where you go from there, man, that starts opening up doors. So it's like, hey, are you in... I saw this live. Fucking amazing. So yeah, once you get in that Freemasonry, you get a few degrees in, starts opening up doors to more wacky, fun shit. And then your blood orgies probably start showing up. I wonder how they sell that to you. It's like, you already did this thing, what's this thing? You know, you already did the mock ritual sacrifice. Let's do this other, more realistic sacrifice. Of an animal. How do you feel about that? Okay, you want to smear the animal's blood on your face? Yeah, you okay with that? You want to fuck the animal to death? You know, like, at what point do some of these people go, yeah, I've had enough, I want to get off this train? Well, they swear these dudes to secrecy. And Masons aren't something you want to fuck with because they're networked into everything. They're your judges, they're your lawyers, they're your cops, they're your plumbers. You know, they're in your city councils. Any elected official, you got Freemasons in there. Almost all of them are Freemasonry, or at least they're not going to cause any problems for Freemasonry. And a lot of them just get inducted to that first level just so they can check the box and say, yeah, I'm cool, I've taken the oath, I participated in the sacrifice. A lot of them do that. I've got friends still to this day that are terrified of Freemasons, because back in like the 80s and 90s, like people would be like punk rock as fuck and try to fight them or fuck with them or mess with them or shit like that. And they would just send the cops and the prosecutors after them, trump up some fucking charges, throw them in jail, you know, make their lives a living hell. And that just scared all the other people into not fucking with Freemasons. This day, so badass. Love it. Love Mortal Decay, man. So anyways, people today, you can stand up against these entities today because there's enough people that know all the bullshit and they're just kind of tired of the bullshit. And you know, the bullshit ends when enough people say, stop. The bullshit ends when enough people stand up and say, stop. That number is growing, y'all. There's enough of us who are like into cool shit, but we're not into that shit. There's enough of us out there that are like, fuck the dumb shit, fuck the taxation, fuck your little secret societies and shit. Does anybody know what Friday the 13th is? Friday the 13th was the day that the French government, they had enough of Freemasons. Actually, it was Knights Templar. They had enough of the Knights Templar because they were hoarding all the wealth. And the French government was like, we're broke and they're living in giant castles. Let's go kill the fuck out of them. So Friday the 13th, it was torches and pitchforks on them fucking Knights Templar motherfuckers. And the Knights Templar did come out of Freemasonry. There was a group, an offshoot, and they started a credit and banking system. Those are the motherfuckers Christ was whipping in the temple. Christ whipped a bunch of people in the temple for being money changers. Oh, give me this currency, it's worth this much currency. And they were just robbing you blind. Christ walked in there to start bitch slapping everybody. You know Christ was fucking found guilty and executed 3 fucking days later, dude. Yep. Christ went around pissing people off, talking shit, getting in their faces. Christ was a fucking man, y'all. You don't understand. He was walking around, upsetting the apple cart, talking mad shit, quoting their fucking text better than they could, and they tried to challenge him and shit. He'd throw it back at him, prove him wrong, where they couldn't fucking do anything. Got sick of the fucking guy. But they couldn't get rid of him because that would be too overt. Then Christ went and started whipping the money changers, the bankers. He went after the bankers. Guilty. 3 days later, the dude was spread eagle after having the shit kicked out of him. It's like, I know a lot of y'all out there are like, oh, I don't like Christianity and Abrahamic religions. Man, Christ is a bad motherfucker. He fucking started bitch slapping bankers and fucking got killed for it. I mean, that's like somebody walking into a bank, killing all the bankers and not touching the money. And leaving it there going, fuck your money, setting it on fire. Like the Joker in that one movie, man, where he had that pile of money and he had that fucking banker on top of it. He lit the fucking money on fire. They never panned up, but remember that Asian dude, that Asian banker was up there and he just lit his ass on fire. Fucking Joker, man. That Joker, Heath Ledger, what's up? That fucking scene was badass. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. That performance was... Have to end. Horribly passing away. Losing blood rapidly. Behind two. Die. Love this fucking song. So anyways, I know a lot of people don't like Christ, they don't like Abrahamic religions, but I'm just saying, Christ bitch-slapped a bunch of bankers and got killed for it. In fact, that's what got him killed. He went around his entire life talking shit, challenging the status quo, bringing hate to the powers that be. And then they were like, fuck, man, this guy's fucking our shit up. We don't know what to do. And then he went another thing. Bitch slapped the bankers. And another thing. And they were like, you gotta go, fool. And they fucked him up, dude. They fucked him up and made him die a horrible fucking death. Christianity's fucking metal as fuck, y'all. Oh, I got... Pick slide. They're fucking I'm gonna save that one for the next time, but it's already at 21 minutes. Gonna let Mortal K play us out there. You don't mind? Cat, do you mind? Nah, dude, it's cool. Let's do it. Mortal K's off. Cat doesn't play. Oh, I gotta find that one part out of the Bible where, like, it was like back in the book Kings, and like the wife of this one dude, like they were gonna kill her husband and shit like that, so she snuck into the enemy camp. And she found the dude who was like in charge of this camp. And she was like gonna try to use her feminine wiles to be like, hey buddy, don't kill my husband. And he was like, oh girl, let me have some of that. And she's like, sure thing. So she took the tents that they were sleeping in, had metal spikes that held him down. She had managed to get one and held it on her person. And she was all like, aren't I pretty? And he's like, baby, I'm gonna get some of that. She stabbed him in the fucking face. Old Testament Hebrews were fucking badass, dude. Can you imagine your old lady fucking finding the dude who's sweating you, giving you a bunch of shit? Your old lady runs up with a fucking metal spike and drives it into his fucking face for you? Fuck yeah, dude. Be badass, wouldn't it? Your old fucking lady's like, got that motherfucker. Let's get out of here. And like, apparently that other army just decided, man, we ain't fucking with them. If that's what their old ladies are like, I hate to see what their dudes are like. I had to find out where that was. It was in Kings 1, I believe. I'm Counterprod, Appalachian Warlord. See you later.